Hi guys, so recently the UK government has announced that they would be fining parents for taking children out of school. So for unauthorized absence, or if you take your child out of school, you're not authorized to do that, parents could be fined for that. So I posted this on Instagram. It was announced that the fine will be increasing from what it used to be, and then I posted this on Instagram. I saw a lot of reaction. Then I decided to dig deep into this topic. Then I even found out that parents could actually go to jail. Yes, like you could go to jail, you could be prosecuted, and you could be fined as high as £2,500 if your child is in the habit of leaving school without any reasonable excuse. So we're going to be discussing all of that in this video. We're going to be talking about circumstances that will warrant the government to prosecute parents for unauthorized absence of their child. So you don't want to miss this video, and you don't want to go anywhere. You have to stay tuned, okay? Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Yetty, and on this channel I share information about relocating abroad and particularly thriving and living in the UK, because this is where I am based. So on today's episode, we are discussing children attendance, like child attendance, or talking to parents who are in the habit of ensuring that their children do not stay in school. So I want you to know the consequence of this. I want you to know what could happen if your child is in the habit of constantly missing school. When I made this Instagram post, there were a lot of reaction. A lot of people are saying, oh, the UK government likes money, now this is an avenue to make more money. Well, we're going to be finding out in this video if this is an avenue for the UK government to make more money. But before we even dive into it, see the video that I'm talking about.
Parents in England who take their children out of school without permission are going to face higher fines. It's part of a drive to boost attendance. Our education editor, Bronwyn Jeffries, explains.
Fines for missing school without permission will change in England from September. At the moment, it's £60 per parent. Next school year, it will be £80 per parent, going up to £160 if not paid, with a maximum 2 fines per parent every 3 years.
It is important for us to clarify that child attendance at school is mandatory, like it is very compulsory. However, there are some circumstances that will warrant your child missing school. Maybe if they are ill, or if you've taken permission in advance and this permission has been granted by the school. So other than these circumstances, there should not be any reason as to why you will not allow your child to remain in school. So if your child now misses school without any valid reason, the local council can interfere, as well as the school authority can intervene, and then you can be issued a fine. But the government is now introducing a new framework that would make fine mandatory. Prior to now, fine was not necessarily mandatory. It was an option, but it's at the discretion of the school. But now they're releasing a new framework that will make fine mandatory. So according to the Department of Education, they clearly stated that we're introducing a new national framework, which will mean all councils have the same rules in place when they need to consider a fine. So meaning it is now going to be compulsory to consider a fine if a child misses school. Also, they also acknowledge the fact that there are instances where some children will not be able to meet school, maybe because they are faced with some sort of barriers or disability, and that is fine. And they've encouraged the school to work with the parents to ensure attendance of such children that probably require special needs. We're going to be looking at how much a parent can be fined if their child misses school, and I'm going to be reading from the Department of Education website, like word for word. So this is not something I'm cooking up in my head. This is actually something that is obtainable. This is what it is in the UK. So let's get into it. It says that in the majority of cases, schools and local authority will try and provide support to help you improve your child's attendance first. So if your child is in the habit of missing school, they'll provide you support to help you improve that child's attendance. But if this isn't effective, or the absence is for unauthorized term time holiday, parents may face paying a fine. So this is for those people that will just take their child out of school and take them to Nigeria for no just cause, just because there's an Owambe happening, or they want them to attend to one event, or take them to Paris or anywhere. But as long as term time is in session and you're taking your child out without any authorization, you could face a fine. So they further went ahead to say that currently, it is the responsibility of the local authority to decide whether or not to issue fines to parents, meaning the process varies from council to council. However, under the new national framework, all schools will be required to consider a fine when a child has missed 10 or more sessions, which is equivalent to 5 days for unauthorized reasons. So if there's no reason why your child is missing school, if your child should miss school for up to 5 days for unauthorized reason, then they have to consider the option of fining both parents. Okay, moving on, they stated that from August 2024, the fine for school absences across the country will be £80 if paid within 21 days, or £160 if paid within 28 days. So now what we want to clarify is this for a parent or for both parents? So they said the reason for this increment is as a result of inflation. So fines per parent, meaning £80 for mom, £80 for dad. And in a situation where it's the same sex, £80 for mom and mom, or £80 for dad and dad. But you guys will be paying separately, okay? So they further stated that fines per parents will be capped at 2 fines within any 3-year period. Meaning, if you get more than a maximum of 2 fines in 3-year period, there's a problem somewhere, okay? The fine is capped at 2 fines within a 3-year period. So from, let's say, 2024, 25, 26, you shouldn't be fined more than twice for your child's unauthorized absence in school. Fines for parents will be capped to 2 fines within any 3-year period. Once this limit has been reached, other action like a parenting order or prosecution will be considered. So if you've been fined a maximum of 2 within a 3-year period, they are looking at what? Prosecuting you or getting a parenting order. And nobody wants that, okay? Moving forward, if you're prosecuted and attend court because your child hasn't been attending school, you could get a fine up to £2,500, guys. £2,500. So you don't want to be in a situation where your child is missing school. Imagine having a criminal record because you have refused to allow your child to stay in school, or you refuse to train your child, because some people, they have the problem of, oh, my kids don't want to go, they can't go, I can't talk to them to go, that kind of thing. But if you refuse to train your child, or you refuse to take your child to school and they are having unauthorized absence, you could be prosecuted. You don't want to have a criminal record for such thing, and you could pay a fine of £2,500. That's a lot of money, for fine. Okay, moving on. So how can we be sure parent fines are fair? Fines are a last resort, and parents will be offered support to help improve their child's attendance first. The vast majority of fines for unauthorized absence, 89% are issued for term time holidays. So out of the unauthorized absence that most schools get, 89% of it is for term time holiday, meaning they want to take their children on vacation while the school is in session. And then the excuse most parents give is the fact that, oh, it's cheaper if you're taking your child on vacation during term time because school is in session. We all know that summer where the school is not in session, or maybe during winter towards December when school is not in session, those flight fare is always very expensive. So you get to save more if you take them on holidays during term time. So 89% of unauthorized absence in school is not for health reasons. It's not for any important reason. It's just for term time holiday, guys. How crazy is that 89% of why people are absent or children are absent from going to class is because of term time faji, term time holiday. Okay. This is to let you know that attendance is mandatory. It is very important. Do not joke with it. I saw a lot of comments when I made the post on Instagram at Yettysplash. You can check it out. People saying, oh, this is British way of making money. Well, even if it's a British way of making money, but guys, why do we not want our children to be in school? Why do we want to be in the habit of taking them out of school? Education is important. You want them to attend all lessons, all classes. You want them to be able to relate with their peers. You just don't want to be disrupting their educational life, okay? So please ensure that your child stays in school, because as you have seen from the Department of Education, you could be fined up to £2,500. You could also possibly be jailed for up to 3 months if your child misses school. You don't want to be wanted in any of these categories. You don't want to be found guilty of taking your child out of school unauthorized. Okay, I hope you enjoyed this video. Please subscribe, like, share, because I promise to always give you valuable content on this channel. Subscribe. If you haven't done that, please do that now, and stay blessed. Bye guys.